You ever have that moment where you're standing in your nail room at the end of a fully booked week, your feet hurt, your back hurts, your clients are happy, and then you open your banking app and go, wait, where did the money go? I was talking to a tech recently who was booked out 3 weeks straight. Her designs, flawless. Her clients, obsessed. But she kept getting hit with surprise bills, supplies running out, and that sinking feeling when rent came due. She laughed and said, honestly, I'm running this business off vibes, screenshots, and what I can remember in my head. And I thought, yep, that's more of us than we want to admit. Here's the thing. Talent in the chair does not automatically equal profit in the bank. And if you never sit down to actually look at your business, it starts running you instead of you running it. So today, we're going to fix that in the simplest way possible. I'm walking you through something I call the Solo CEO Hour. One quiet hour once a week where you step out of artist mode and into tiny CEO mode for your nail business. No fancy software, no MBA, just you, your brain, and a simple checklist that keeps things organized, profitable, and a lot less stressful. Let's dive in. First, I want to redefine this word that freaks a lot of artists out, CEO. When you hear CEO, you might picture someone in a suit, in a glass office, yelling into 3 phones while looking at spreadsheets. That is not what we're doing here. In our world, CEO just means the person who checks in on the big picture. The person who asks, is this working for me? For my money, my time, my body, and my future? Every nail artist, even if you're renting a chair or working from home, deserves that tiny moment of leadership over their own business.
Can I jump in here from the client side for a second? As someone who loves getting my nails done, I can feel when a tech is in control of their business. The energy is different. The booking is smooth, prices are clear, they're not rushing, they're not frazzled. And honestly, that felt wonderful as a client. It makes me want to come back, tip better, and refer friends.
I love this. That's such an important point. Your Solo CEO Hour is not just about numbers and bills. It actually shapes how your clients experience you. When you're organized and calm behind the scenes, your vibe in the chair changes. You're more present, more creative, and you don't have that low-key panic running in the background. So if CEO feels too big or scary, shrink it down. Think of it as your weekly check-in or your business self-care hour. Tech meets touch right here. A little structure, a little reflection, so your artistry can breathe. All right, let's break down the actual structure, because I know some of you are already thinking, okay, but what do I do in this hour? We're going to keep it super simple. 10 minutes to look back, 30 minutes on your basics, and 20 minutes to choose one focus for the week. So, part 1, your 10-minute look back. This is not a huge journaling session. These are 3 quick questions. 1, what worked this week? 2, what drained you? And 3, what surprised you? What worked might be, my new booking policy cut down my no-shows, or that price increase didn't scare clients away, or even taking a real lunch break kept my energy up. You want to actually write these down in your notes app or a little notebook. When you see your wins, you're more likely to repeat them on purpose instead of by accident. What drained you might be back-to-back complicated designs with no buffer time killed me, or answering DMs at midnight stressed me out, or I said yes to a last-minute squeeze-in and then ran behind all day. These are golden clues. That drained feeling is your business telling you, hey, something here needs a tweak. And then what surprised you? Maybe a simple design ended up being your most requested style, or a random Tuesday was fully booked, or someone happily paid for nail art you've been scared to charge for. Surprises show you opportunities you didn't plan for, but might want to lean into.
From my side, your surprises are often the things that become my favorite experiences. Like when you try a new booking rule or add a quick add-on service, and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know I needed this, but now it's my new standard. Real talk. Those little shifts feel intentional when you've actually sat with your week for a moment.
Exactly. All right, part 2, 30 minutes of basics. This is the heart of your Solo CEO Hour. We're going to keep it light but powerful. You're looking at 4 things: income, key expenses, bookings, and supplies. First, income. Open your booking app, your payment processor, or even just your calendar and calculator if that's what you've got. Ask, roughly how much did I bring in this week? You don't have to be perfect down to the penny, but you do want a number. When you see it, notice. Does it match how tired you feel? Does it match the level of effort? Next, key expenses. Again, don't overcomplicate it. Look at rent or booth rent, products you bought, and any big one-off things like a new lamp or class. You were just asking, did I spend more than usual? On what? And was it intentional? Even 10 seconds of awareness here can stop the "where did my money go" spiral. Then bookings. Look back at your week and ask, where were the gaps? Where were you overwhelmed? Did you have weird holes in your schedule? Were certain days stacked with heavy designs and other days kind of light? This is where you start to see patterns you can fix with small changes, like shifting when you allow certain services or tightening your booking window. And finally, supplies. This is the least sexy, but it will save you. Quickly scan your shelves or your mental list. What are you low on? What did clients ask for that you didn't have? What's about to expire or go gooey? Write a tiny list now so you're not panic ordering at midnight or driving across town on your only day off.
As a client, when you actually have the colors and top coats you recommend on your page, or you don't run out of my favorite gel, it feels so professional. My favorite experience was with a tech who always had my shade and my nail art inspo saved. It made me feel like she knew me and planned for me. That kind of detail doesn't happen by accident. It comes from you actually checking your basics.
Yes, that level of care is what keeps people loyal. Okay, part 3, your final 20 minutes. This is where you decide on one focus and one small fix for the coming week. This is the piece that turns reflection into real change. Your one focus might be something like, fill my Thursday afternoon gap, or protect my back with better breaks, or test a $5 price increase on nail art. It should be clear, and it should matter to you right now, either for your money, your energy, or your client experience. Then choose one small fix tied to that focus. Not 10, 1. Example, if your focus is filling that Thursday gap, your small fix could be post one simple story offering a mini design special only for that slot. If your focus is energy, your small fix could be block off a 20-minute break on your calendar every day this week, non-negotiable. This is how you nail it every time. Tiny tweaks, week after week, instead of waiting until burnout forces you to overhaul everything. Now, let's talk about the tech side, because I know some of you are thinking, do I need a special app for this? Absolutely not. Light tech is enough. In fact, the lighter it feels, the more likely you are to stick with it. Start with 3 things: a calendar reminder, one simple space to record your notes, and a basic recurring checklist. That's it. First, calendar reminder. Pick a time when you're least likely to be with clients. Maybe Sunday evening with your tea, or Monday morning before your first set, or that random quiet window midweek. Create a recurring event called Solo CEO Hour and treat it like an appointment with your future self. If you don't schedule it, it will not magically happen. Second, your note space. This can be one Google Doc, one note on your phone, or one physical notebook that lives in your bag. The key word is one, not 10 different places. Every week, you just add the date and answer the same prompts. What worked, what drained me, what surprised me, income, a couple expenses, bookings, supplies, and my one focus and one fix. Third, a recurring checklist. You can literally type, look back, wins, drains, surprises. Check basics, income, expenses, bookings, supplies. Choose one focus, one fix. Copy and paste that into your calendar event or pin it at the top of your notes. When you sit down, you're not thinking, what do I do? You're just following the same simple recipe.
From the outside, clients don't see your checklist, but we absolutely feel the results. Less chaos, smoother booking, clearer communication. It's like invisible structure that makes the whole experience feel premium, even if you're in a tiny studio.
Now, let's make this actually enjoyable. Because if your solo CEO hour feels like punishment or homework, you're going to skip it as soon as you get busy. And I want this to feel like self-respect, not self-criticism. Set the vibe. Pair it with something you already love. Maybe it's your favorite coffee, a good playlist, a candle, or yes, even a face mask while you're writing in your notebook. You're telling your brain, this is my time to care for my business and myself. Not, I'm in trouble. Let's beat myself up with numbers. You can even give it a name that feels good. Solo CEO Hour, Money and Mana's Time, Boss Break, whatever makes you smile when you see it on your calendar.
Now, what about the weeks when you're tired, overwhelmed, or behind on everything? Because those weeks will come. Here's my rule. On your worst week, do the 5-minute version instead of skipping completely.
The 5-minute version is this. Open your notes, answer just 2 questions. What drained me, and what's one tiny fix I can make next week? And glance at your income number. That's it. If you do even that, you're still practicing leadership. You're keeping the habit alive, even when life is loud.
And honestly, as a client, I would rather you take 5 minutes to adjust your week and protect your energy than show up burned out and checked out. Here's what I think. When you respect your business, I feel safer investing my money and my time with you.
That's fascinating, because that's exactly the connection I want every tech to hear. Your solo CEO hour is not selfish. It's part of how you take care of the people in your chair. All right, let's quickly recap your solo CEO hour so you can actually put this into play this week. Step 1, 10 minutes to look back. Ask yourself, what worked, what drained me, what surprised me? Capture real examples from your week so you can repeat the good and slowly fix the hard parts. Step 2, 30 minutes on basics. Check your income, glance at your key expenses, review your bookings for gaps and overload, and make a quick list of supplies you're low on. No perfection, just honest information. Step 3, 20 minutes to choose. One focus for the coming week and one small fix connected to that focus. Not 10 goals, not a whole rebrand, just one clear improvement you can actually follow through on. Keep your tech light. One calendar reminder, one place for notes, one recurring checklist. Pair it with something that feels good, a drink, music, a mask, so it feels like a ritual, not a chore. And when life gets wild, remember your 5-minute version. What drained me, one tiny fix, and a quick look at your income. That alone will keep you more in control than running everything on vibes and scattered screenshots. Your actionable tip for today: before this episode ends, open your calendar and block your very first solo CEO hour. Pick a day, pick a time, and title it something that makes you feel powerful. Protect that appointment like you would your favorite client. If today's episode helped you see your business a little more clearly, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into systems, strategy, and creativity for your nail biz. Tech meets touch every single day here on Forever Soundwaves. Let's dive in and make your business shine. Stay curious, stay creative. Until next time, keep your nails and business thriving.